Okay. I think Streamlabs has stopped being a massive jerk. Okay. Let's get started on this fun. There's a whole, like... What the why's my mouse cursor? Fucking game. What the fuck's happening today? Oh. Off to a bad start. I think this event's
Seriously? But, Mr. Morris, I don't understand, sir. How can you only be telling me this now?
I'm afraid that there's nothing really I can do. I'm really facing a crisis. My hands are tied.
But what about my film?
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to come up with something on your own. Take it from me. Sometimes you just have to let things go. Same goes for this film festival.
And that's how the event ended. The end.
Oh.
Hey, isn't that Xavier? So he's back in Fontaine now. Xavier!
Oh, why, if it isn't the dear Traveler and Paimon. I really didn't expect to bump into you here at this time. Well, I was doing just fine until I received some terrible news just now. The investor I was working with for my upcoming film has fallen upon some hard times and is no longer able to provide the promised amount of funds.
Can't you just find a different investor?
Unfortunately, that's not how it works. We had signed an agreement specific to the Fontanalia Film Festival, stipulating that I cannot work with any other investors until the festival is finished.
The Fontanalia Film Festival? What's that?
Oh, is this your first time participating in Fontaine's Fontanalia Film Festival? Then allow me to fill you in. The Fontanalia Festival was established to commemorate the legendary Loch Knights, who went on a quest to search for the Oceanids and eventually welcomed the Hydro Arconageria. The holiday is deeply connected to the founding of Fontaine, as well as its unique laws and trials. It's one of the most important festivals for this nation.
But what's with that weird expression on your face? It's like you're trying really hard to remember something.
I was just trying to recall the exact description from the books, in order to avoid any unnecessary arguments over semantics. I usually try to recite things straight from the source.
Well, either way, Paimon thinks she gets it now. It's just like the Windbloom Festival in Mondstadt, and the Lantern Rite in Lille.
Yes, those are festivals of a similar variety. Who doesn't like a good festival? And just like those of other nations, Fontaine will hold a plethora of events around this time each year. To commemorate the Loch Knights, people will imitate them by putting on special costumes, raising golden cups, and going door to door asking for pure water. But a few years ago, Lady Farina started to find the whole idea a little drab, and so decided to change the part about pure water to sweets.
That really doesn't surprise Paimon at all.
The whole thing seems more akin to a carnival now, and it's quite popular among the kids. Every year you can hear a bunch of them saying, "Trial or treat."
Oh, that sounds pretty fun. But how does that connect back to the film festival you mentioned?
Yes, it appears I've strayed off topic. I just got too excited after seeing you. Let me get back to the point. The Fontanalia Film Festival is an event proposed by the Fontaine Film Association this year. Now that film technology has matured as a medium, it's the perfect time to introduce more people to the art form. During this time, people may submit films to be evaluated, and the entry with the highest score will be given the Farina Award by the association.
Arena Award.
The what award?
She named it after herself.
The Farina Award. You know, after the Hydro Archon. They coined it while Lady Farina was still in power, but even though things have changed, no one has made any motion to update the name. Perhaps everyone still thinks of it as a pretty appropriate name. Even though she isn't the Hydro Archon any longer, Lady Farina is still Fontaine's superstar. Anyone with eyes can see the way she shines on the stage.
Huh. Alright. Guess the name does work pretty well when you put it that way.
Oh, but who would have guessed there'd be an issue with the funding? How will I ever explain this to Miss Chiori? Not to say all the other actors who traveled all the way here from Inazuma.
Chiori? Sounds familiar. Where have we heard that name before?
Yes, that's her. I asked her to oversee the event's art direction, including the design of the actors' costumes and appearances.
Oh, Paimon remembers now! Navia said that her clothes were designed by Chiori, and Kirara's outfit too!
How to describe her? Well, she tends to be pretty direct and can be very forceful when it comes to dealing with people. The fashion world in Fontaine has dubbed her the Thundering Seamstress. Her remarkable designs have led many Fontainians to become very interested in Inazuma. Anyway, Chiori is acquainted with all the actors I've invited from Inazuma. Without her help, I don't think I would have been able to get such an international cast for the film. She really is a kind soul.
Who are the actors from Inazuma? Do we know them?
Why don't the two of you accompany me to the Aquabus station to welcome them? Judging from the time, the Aquabus should be arriving shortly. Chiori will be waiting to meet me there as well.
And so it begins. This is why I'm going to snipe people. Take your positions from the ranks of the muskets up. Take aim and fire. Repel at enemy advance. Come take part in special security surveillance patrol special event. Experience the joy of musket sharpshooter. Not a concept which he's familiar with. Look at the store the guard set up. One can't seem to help but wonder what they mentioned could possibly have to do with the Fontaine Film Festival. It's a super zeal. It's the super zenith boss of all forces. What in blazes are you doing here? If you do help me promote my booth, I'll be able to hit my quota for sure. I'm confused. Blah 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 blah. Forces thing is another weird nickname for Paimon Joystick, is it? That's right. The title that you two can become popular among some of the members of the guards. You might not remember, but we actually met before. Considering how ordinary looking I am, and the fact that I'm just a mediocre sharpshooter, I'm surprised you didn't leave much of an impression. Anyway, let's pretend our first meeting. I'm Tarina, Special Security Surveillance Patrol trainee. I'm in charge of handling all sorts of odd jobs for the patrol. You know how popular the film festival is? Special Patrol is hoping to ride on the coattails of running public campaigns to aim at spotting hidden talent among the citizenry. So ta-da! Behold shooting simulator at the table in front of you. Known as the 1,000-pace introduction animated sharpshooting zone. I think there's like a little weird model of Court of Fontaine. Aha! Well, it's a Court of Fontaine! The sand table allows you to change the area, so you can switch the wilderness scenery if you want. What's expected of the Court of Fontaine, though. For the special pair of optical goggles that Fontaine Research Institute developed for us, let you simulate talking to enemies from up high. It's a real special patrol sharpshooter. This is a game we should play using a musket to fire at targets, right? But the name was too hard to wrap around the head, so the introduction of Archimedes supposed to be. I came up with the event name based on famous lines of Captain Kivarius. Once extorted with us, Apathy expresses lofty aspirations. An outstanding musket sharpshooter always strives to pinpoint accuracy. The distance of 1,000 paces, your shot grouping will be less than immaculate. In reality, though, based on the current position of the mass-produced musket, the outside last sharpshooter is achieving a desperation of less than a single akimeter when firing from further than 100 paces away. Let on 1,000, which is leaking, but to put it mildly, we're talking about Captain Kimoris, I wouldn't put it past her. What's that attacking? You're making Paimon dizzy. All we need to do is have fun. 2% of both level forces is right. Sometimes it's not worth thinking, just give it a go. When I first joined the patrol, Captain Kimoris told me that too. Anyway, put out the goggles and when you start playing the game simulator table. The final event isn't unlocked yet. The opponents have at least 10 minutes remaining. Time to start shooting things. Fuck me, the deceleration is terrible. Fucking tree. I'm gonna move to a different camera angle. Get power, shoot Dragon Balls. Okay, next one. Great day, isn't it? Someone's famous as you. I bet people always hire handing you their business cards. Oh, you know us. Music and the kid pretty sophisticated. Order another. Go time to merely account for the lack of years of mistakenly only the most ignorant would make. I suggest you two are not quite as shallow as that. I didn't intend to flatter myself, but my elder brother and I are famous local film directors. Everyone calls us Little Pete Lemire. Correct. I am keen on learning more about the adventuring experience. In my history, extraordinary stories have always been in demand. You appear not to be well acquainted with me. Allow me to introduce myself. My older brother and I have been working together to produce films for quite some time. We have quite a few blockbuster successes. Perhaps you've seen Employees Leaves the Factory? Oh? That's not. How about The Arrival of the Aquabats? Have you seen either? Ah, I see. That's not too remarkable. The road to fame has started up, which Two Brothers trend is yet long. We will certainly make the more popular films in the future. Film production, constructing and planning narratives, performing of actors, cooperation between cameraman and director, post-production, processing, all the truly fascinating process. And among all these, I believe the processing film itself is the most technically demanding. What you choose to focus on while filming decides the information that will convey to the audience, the atmosphere they will feel. Forced narrating is very important, but you can't expect the story to rely on narration alone. 4 shots. You always believe that you need 4 shots to construct a small, divisible unit of story. In these 4 shots, a genius can work miracles. Just the two of you, let's see, try the opportunity to reveal the glamour and charm of filmmaking. What do we do? It's simple. I'll provide you a few sample themes before it's followed by the short scenes. One thing is to try different ways of handling both the narrative of the camera and combining them to film new short scenes. Marvelous! Once you two are ready, have a go. Really? You're making me travel to the locations, yeah. Bloody motherfucking. An actress played by Lynette is lost amongst underwater seagrass and cannot find a way. When she looks up, the sun illuminates her face, the water surface showing you the way forward. Infantry position. The film how the actress played by Lynette looks as she swims through the seagrass. Oh, that's the bewildered expression in the actress's face. Actress. Path to the Sun. What? It was only the last one I messed up. Maybe it's this one. 20, 40. You get 100 points. Okay, I think that's actually the first one I messed up. Okay, that's wrong. Ambitions. Show the environment the actors. Does not seem like you're lost. This is like the most. You're lost in the seaweed. Rabble. Rabble, rabble, rabble. That's better. Fine. No reason at all for this one. You have to run to all the locations and find them. In the coffee shop. This is a robbery. Put all the sweets in the bag and no one gets hurt. What'd you say?
Watch out!
What I thought.
Gotta make sure Lynette stays away from the dish rack.
What'd you say about Lynette? A firework merchant arriving in Fontaine, played by Yoimiya. Her client, played by Rikichi, have arranged to meet in a hotel to board, discuss the sales. After carefully checking the samples, the client acknowledges the quality of firework and his deal is struck. Film the customer, played by Ricky Nert, sizing up the samples at the table. Composition requirement. Film the customer, played by Ricky Nert, bartering with mysterious merchant. Composition 3. Reveal the identity of the mysterious merchant, played by Yomiya, show off her demeanor. The seller, played by Yomiya, displays the branded product to the customer. This was successful. Can't even voice act it. Perfect. I don't know if you were here, Linkley, but the first event was me literally shooting hilly trolls in the face with a sniper rifle. Said, one more of these amble things. There it is. Love to record a kid drowning in the fountain? That'd be great. Love to record that. I'm not a terrible person. You're a terrible person. Under the sweltering sun, the protagonist, played by Navia, is waiting to meet her friend, played by Paimon. The latter cannot endure a merciless sun and appears listless and downcast before the protagonist's eyes. The protagonist takes out the umbrella and sunglasses, prepared and taking their friend. Highlight the oppressive sunny weather. That's my brain. Navia. I did to showing waiting and show the actress's expression. Film the scene of the two actors meeting. This version of the actor is played by Paimon, weathering in the sun. Now come prepared. Fuck you, Paimon. Sunglasses, huh? They just eventually spawn on her face. Oh. Next event. Can't do the final ones of the events yet. Rest is a contract employee. Bing bong, bing bong. What'd you do? How'd you fuck up? Phontaine Film Festival, great job. You did it. Outdid yourself this time. Things sans finished product. The project before deadline. Nothing but pipe dream. I'm not just in for a scolding. President's gonna kill me again. Wait, are you a zombie? You think you need to see a doctor? I wonder if there's any professional therapist for Fontaine. When did I get? I feel like a son right now. I need a doctor that can recruit my dying career. Yeah. I was pretty sure it's something the doctor can fix. With how high she's made it take the scenes, we can't possibly stand by and do nothing. Just talking about it, we won't solve anything. Why don't we tell her what the problem is? It might be hard considering the technical issues. How can I explain? Firstly, my name is Helene, and I'm eager to work for the Fontaine Film Festival. The supplier. I'm mainly responsible for development of equipment. Which is the certain effective of the film crew and the client's request stop it. Okay, she just keeps talking. Carry on film cameras moving at high speed. These simulation platforms also need to carry parapets that look like characters and models and animals, playing the part of the group in the background. Then we'll be able to keep the cameras fixed on the actors while moving at high speeds and save from having to splash out the cash to hire hordes of extras. On top of that, they insist that each platform has to be less than a third of the cost of a camera. Its lifespan doesn't even last 30 years. I don't think that picky. Even the master craftsman producing something as cheap as durable that work was impossible. But I managed it. After all, the customers are always right. We have to fussy clients before. We've never really ran myself into the ground trying to satisfy them. Why was I doing such a huff? It means that I don't have anyone to test it. I created the product, but unless I get there and test it, I consider it complete. All the testers who have basic grasp of machines and physics fit. I've already been in the Fontaine Film Festival for more than important work. I got the product that hasn't undergone proper testing and it turns out to be something wrong with it. I have to cover up 10 times real payment as compensation. All I can do is hang around and try to sell the product while I look for someone outside assistance. If it means I end up losing my money in the contract in the end, so be it. After all, it was my boss who signed the agreement with the client, but I'll be the one who's on the hook for compensation. 10 times the value of the contract. That's right. As long as it's nothing too complex, probably we can do it. Not scientific, but it's harder than you think. We found this established platform we're running at extremely high speeds. So to avoid anyone who wants to get close mode. Okay, so it's I guess it's gonna be a side-scrolling like jumping puzzle. How about that? Yeah, the scout part is probably a piece of cake. A few machines, just you wait. We got the hardened trail in no time. For real? I genuinely? Is this serious? Then I'll play you, please. Miracle workers. Yeah, just let me do it already. Stop talking. Oh, it's another one that makes me teleport around. Oh god, is this forced co-op? Oh, it's forced co-op. Great. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I had to read the instructions. Mine. Eric's Serena. Did I win on my first attempt? I think I literally won on my first attempt at this game. One of the games you have to play multiple times to reach the score limit. I don't know what the score cap currently is. Five, 4,000 is the max. Why Chi-Chi? Yellow zone's my target.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Take it easy.
This one's a hell of a lot harder than the previous one.
Okay, faster.
Take it easy.
Made a lot worse that time.
One, two,
Now we wait.
four. I do.
The map punch is based on your score each time. I'm over halfway there. There. I think I like this layout the most. This is probably gonna be the most annoying one. Ah, someone ran a good fall into my one. Go. Oh, you... No! Fucking lag. I'm actually at a disadvantage of lag. Look on, it takes them like half a second to react to me. That happens sometimes.
My time with the Spina has taught me that carrying an unreliable weapon is worse than not carrying one at all.
We carry a shotgun with you at all times. This will be the last time I have to do this. For now. Alright, this game is not fun with lag. You know, see, that's why I like this arena. Not have to worry about lag.
Oh, oh, mm.
Yeah, I think my one has been ticked a single time.
I do love Spina di Rosula's logo. It was designed by my mother. Have you noticed how it's shaped like a heart?
What's the hurry?
Thank you for helping me score.
What's the hurry? What's the hurry?
Ah, I missed one that one. But that should be the score max I can get for now. You don't have to do this anymore. Hooray! Gimme. We have one more mini game to go. I unlock the sword. Who cares what this event is? Let me get back onto the story parts of the event. I see. My two radiant guests are finally here. You must be the legendary adventurer of Tevat, raising a superstar Joyboy, Paimon, and not Joystick. Hey. That's alright. They know about the Adventurers Guild. Superstars Tevat, perhaps we're slightly over the top. After all, we're still many people out there who haven't heard of us. It feels like everyone who's met us comes straight with such flattery, and asking us to do something for them. Out with it then, what do you want? Oh, no! I don't want anything from you two. I want to forward a win-win proposal. Join forces with me, Fontaine's most talented experimental film director Miles, and become the next big star on the big screen. Once you've made it, money, connections, all yours. Wherever you go into that, no one would dare stand in your way. You'll find yourself walking down the endless red carpets rolled out just for you. I want any attention. But we don't have much experience acting on camera. We were true that we become famous just by collaborating with you. Then why aren't you just super famous director, huh? Where are all the other stars you worked with? Fuck you! If only someone would set up a special training school for acting. Okay, this is the combat one. Someone who not only knows how to fight, but knows to control their expressions, inject emotions in their lines, and short. I need someone who can do it all. Such genius doesn't exist so far. I've only finished planning the regular acting parts of the avant-garde productions. I have yet started on the action scenes, let alone finished in the first film. I am not worried that I'll report to employing stunt doubles. I told you two are perfect candidates. You want to shoot fight scenes? You hit the nail on the head. A perfect situation for it, having actors who can't fight. We're pretty good at fighting, but most people won't be able to tell we're not the same people as their faces. In theory, yes, but the acting scenes are absolutely central to my experimental production. But good, if you do a good enough job, I'll make regular action scenes into silhouette shots, many lines to begin with. I'll make other actors cake themselves up in makeup, adjust their silhouettes if they fit your profiles. With a bit of lighting and magic, we can do anything the difference. In a way, regular actors will be able to be your doubles. Anyway, they aren't well known, you two, so we will play royalties. So basically, if we help you, you'll handle staring roles in the play just like that. You also receive large payment. That's all we needed to hear. Good. Now, it's finding already. Thank you. It's the combat challenges. Time to start fighting everything. Yep. At times 2, you don't care about winning. What 12 seconds do you think Unleash a hard shock with ready enemies. You have to character every 4 seconds. Apparently with this projectile, all cry damage out party member will increase by 50%. Okay. Cryo. Cryo and Hydro. Who would I use for the healer? Oh yeah. It was Bazooka.
Gotcha. Quietly now. Things are about to get a bitter pill to swallow. Taking a turn for the...
A moment, please. Have a safe trip.
Shower me with praise! Let my name
Busted. Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Mindless.
More death.
Seems like an emergency.
Busted. Things are about to get dicey. Quietly now.
I can't see what the hell's going on.
Remember, help. Let's begin. Get a little chilly.
Yoo-hoo! Let my name echo in song!
Busted. Here comes the catch.
A bitter pill to swallow. Taking a turn for the better. Stay cool. Face your guilt.
Strike a pose! Let the world come alive!
Quietly now. Busted. Game's up. Fun's over.
The doctor was stealing.
Seems like an a moment, please.
I couldn't see what the fuck was going on. Okay, I gotta get 40,000 points each one. Bring guards. For 12 seconds after using unleashing a strike over location opponents, character's normal attack dealing the true damage to nearby opponents, so normal attacks. I might as well just do exactly the same team I just did, but it is a normal attacking team.
Let my name echo in song!
Things are about to get dicey.
A bitter pill to swallow. Taking a turn for the better. Get a little chilly.
Strike a pose! Time to shine!
Game's up. Fun's over.
The doctor was stealing.
Seems like an... Let's begin. Have a safe trip.
Shower me with praise! Let my name echo in...
Quietly now. Busted. Here comes the catch.
A bitter pill to swallow. Taking a turn for the better. A moment, please. Stay cool and face your guilt.
Yoo-hoo! Time to shine!
Gotcha. Gotcha. Busted. Game's up. Fun's over.
Mind the side effects. Remember, health.
Strike a pose. Let my name echo in some.
Quietly now.
Yeah.
Here comes the flash.
A bitter pill to swallow. Seems like an emergency. Let's begin.
Okay. How'd you get 4,000 points? I got the platinum. I got the shining platinum medal. I went way overboard with that one. And that was only on time 2 difficulty. For 12 seconds after using elemental burst of all characters in the party increased by 80%. When the characters have less than 10% elementary damage. Okay, so side note. Side note for Rita.
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
Nowhere to run. Judgment is upon you. You stand condemned. Repentance is due.
Are there line resistance?
You stand condemned.
Yoo-hoo! Let the world collide!
Busted. Here comes the catch.
Futile. Your sins weigh upon your soul. Guilty. Repentance is due. Guilty. Repentance is due.
Shower me with praise! Time to shine!
Quietly now. Busted. Things are about to get dicey.
You, Blade, you're up!
Nowhere to run. Through me, justice is served. You stand condemned.
Yoo-hoo! Let the world collide!
Gotcha. Busted. Game's up. Fun's over.
Stay put!
Judgment is upon you.
I can barely see the eye icon. There it is.
Repentance is due.
Shower me with praise! Time to shine!
Quietly now. Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
You, Blade!
Futile. Through me, justice is served.
It's all 3. That's all the challenges done. Now. It's on the next part of the story. Top of the elevator or the bottom of the elevator? Top of the elevator. Ugh. No.
I really want to go traveling. I don't mind where we go, as long as I have my friends with me.
You know,
Which is more valuable, unlimited mora or unlimited time? Which is more valuable, unlimited mora or unlimited time? Which is more valuable, unlimited mora or unlimited time?
shut up. I'm just talking with third no. Okay, he's not ready yet.
Which is more valuable,
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna start the story. Here we go.
Miss Chiori?
Your talk with the investor sure went fast. The Aquabus hasn't even arrived yet. Oh? And who are they?
Allow me to introduce you.
Edmund's still not ready.
This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Pleased to meet you.
Likewise, we've heard the owner of Chioriya Boutique is a skilled seamstress, so it's a real pleasure to finally meet you in person.
Thank you. I just wanted to make sure she wouldn't always look like a cat that had been unceremoniously dropped in a bucket of paint. So tell me,
Sassy.
what happened? I can tell the conversation didn't go quite as expected.
Well, it's like this.
Ugh.
I know, Chiori, you don't have to say it. You did remind me that this investor was a little bit sketchy.
Yes, there's no doubt about that.
But how could I pass it up? He offered me twice as much as the others.
And therein lies the problem.
Yes, but just put yourself in my shoes. After obtaining such an excellent script, it's only natural that I would want to make the most of the film. The budgets that the others had proposed were nowhere near enough. It's difficult to find someone willing to front such a large amount of mora, so...
Don't be sad, Xavier. We might be able to help scrounge up some more together for you.
Oh, thank you, Paimon. That means a lot to me. But the cost of the film is staggering. I'm afraid that any mora we can scrounge together in a short amount of time won't even be able to cover the actors' fees.
We need to move on. What's happened has already happened, and there's no changing it. But now's not the time to give up.
What? You're saying that you have a plan?
No, that's not what I mean. I'm simply saying I wouldn't give up just yet. The actors I recommended aren't just after Mora after all.
They want your blood! Oh no. That's why they've been in the events.
Really? Then where do you live? We Malazines live in Marcy Village. The only way to enter is from underwater.
Oh, you must be pretty tired after work every day, right? I mean, you have to swim all that way just to go home.
We are so thoughtful. But some Malazines choose to live in the Court of Fontaine because it's so much more convenient.
This is our stop.
Oh, we've arrived. But I haven't even finished chatting with Abel yet.
Yomoya, you never shut up.
I also enjoyed Abel's introductions to Fontaine along the way. Everything you described was so clear and detailed that we can't help but want to hear more.
Thank you so much. I'm usually working here on the Sakura bus, so I hope I'll have the chance to see you again. There are still many more places I'd like to introduce to you.
Welcome to the Court of Fontaine.
Chiori, you sure have changed a lot. This is the first time we've seen you since you left Inazuma.
I haven't realized it's been so long. I was in such a rush when I left that I didn't even get to say goodbye.
Thank you for extending the invitation, Mr. Xavier. I'm looking forward to a fruitful trip here in Fontaine.
It's an honor to have the head of the Kamisato clan visit us.
So they're who you meant when you said you had actors coming from Inazuma?
Oh? It's the Traveler and Paimon. Wow, what a coincidence! Ayaka and I were just talking about you on the way here. Are you also here for the film?
We just ran into Xavier earlier and came over with him.
But I'm not an actress. Sir Kamisato and Lady Ayaka are the real actors here. I'm just tagging along with Ayaka to have a good time together.
About that, I mean, how was I supposed to contact you when I was making preparations for the film? I figured you were probably busy, and I didn't want to disturb you. So I could only keep you in the back of my mind while I sought other actors to play the lead roles in the film.
I had been thinking about a surprise reunion with you during our trip here, but you still managed to surprise me first.
Oh, so you all know each other already! My, what a coincidence! What are the chances everyone could be brought together here like this? Why don't we go to Hotel de Boer and catch up over a meal? I've already made a reservation.
Huh? Did you reserve 2 spots for us too?
Yes, of course, of course. I'll be sure to tell the boss to serve a few more delicious dishes just to make sure there'll be enough food.
Very well. Then please, kindly lead the way, Mr. Xavier.
Wow, the buildings in Fontaine are so tall. Just look at how big they are. And there's the fountain that Aval mentioned earlier. It really is a magnificent sight. And look at that huge spinning sphere. Where does it get its power? Wait a sec! Could it be one of those clockwork mecha we've heard so much about?
You're gonna make me walk there. By walk, I mean teleport across the entire map. I thought someone was supposed to be staying there, but I might say they're after the story quests. Make it feet.
So this is what food from Fontaine is like. It sure is different from what we have in Inazuma. How should I describe it? It seems like you have to go through a lot more steps to make them. And the flavor has many layers too.
Yes. When I first went to Inazuma, I actually thought the food there tasted a little too bland. It took some time for me to get used to it.
Let's get back to the purpose of this trip for a moment, shall we? How have preparations for the film been coming along, Mr. Xavier?
Well, I've already assembled most of the film crew, a lighting specialist, a prop manager, and a costume designer. I've also bought the copyrights from the novel's author.
Oh, it's called The Two Musketeers, right? I read the script you sent me on the way here. The story is pretty good.
Originally, I was planning to start filming as soon as Sir Kamisato and Lady Ayaka arrived in Fontaine, but I'm afraid I've run into a bit of a problem.
Oh? What is it?
It has to do with the film's investor, Mr. Morris. He suddenly informed me this morning that he's encountered some financial trouble and will be unable to release to me the amount of funding agreed upon.
It's said that Fontaine's legal system is well developed. If he has violated the contract, then can't you simply take him to court over the matter?
Well, I'm still more concerned about filming. Even if I were to take him to court, I'm afraid
Why'd you stand
it would
up?
take months before the case could even be heard.
Then, is there a way we could raise funds ourselves to solve the problem?
I've considered that option too, but unfortunately, it's difficult to gather such a large amount of mora on such short notice. Besides, we have to consider the film festival's submission deadline.
Mr. Xavier, if Ayaka and I were willing to perform for free, would that resolve the problem you are currently facing?
What? No, out of the question. To have you come all this way just to act for free? Oh, no, that won't do.
They're fucking rich
There's no need
assholes.
to worry, Mr. Xavier. My brother and I had actually intended to work for free after receiving your invitation. Inazuma has only recently reopened its borders, and needs to strengthen its relations and cultural ties with other nations. We didn't have many collaboration projects with Fontaine in the past, so we hoped this trip would serve as a good start for the future.
Indeed. You could say that's the real reason why the Yashiro Commission agreed to come to Fontaine.
I understand, but having you two act for free just doesn't seem right.
Not at all. While we're officially here to conduct a cultural survey of sorts, we must express our sincerity if we want to establish formal cultural ties with your nation. This film will serve as proof of friendly cooperation and cultural exchange between Inazuma and Fontaine. It's my hope that the film can be finished and released as smoothly as possible. If you still don't feel comfortable with this arrangement, I would also be more than happy to be introduced to some other renowned individuals in Fontaine's literary and artistic circles.
All right. I'll do as you say. Thank you so much.
Yeah, working for exposure.
Gather enough mora now, even if it means selling my house, my camera, and every single family heirloom.
Come on now, no need to go that far. I'll also help you out as a brand sponsor.
Me too! Even though I didn't bring much more to spend on this trip, it's still better than nothing.
You are too kind, all of you. I really don't know how to...
Ew. All right, enough about that. Now that we have Xavier's savings, my support, and 2 leads who are willing to act for free, I think we will be able to make this happen. So, instead of Mora, you'll help with filming and production.
Oh, but how can we help with that? We don't know much about making a film.
All right, pull yourself together, Xavier. Tell us if there are still any open positions left among the crew.
All right. Let me think. We still need a camera operator, a clapper loader, and someone to manage logistics. I originally wanted to personally serve as director, but I've been too busy working as the producer. So the positions of director and director's assistant will also need to be filled.
Paimon knows what the director and the logistics support person do, but what's a clapper loader?
The clapper loader is responsible for using the clapper board to record and organize the information of each shot when the camera operator begins shooting. The work requires both patience and careful attention to detail.
A clapperboard? Oh, you mean the thing they hold that goes clap whenever they start filming?
Yes, that's right. Are you interested in that job?
For sure! Paimon's always wanted to try that!
All right, then you'll be our clapper loader. I can find someone from the store to help with logistics. What do you think, Xavier?
Well, fine by me. As for our camera operator, I was thinking of letting the Traveler take the role.
Oh, she's great when it comes to using a camera. Paimon can't even count how many things we've taken photos of during our journey.
Yes, that's also what I was thinking. I noticed the Traveler had an eye for photography and composition when we worked together previously.
I'm sure that's due to the Traveler's journey across Devat and all the places they've seen. After so many adventures, using a camera must be second nature by now.
What do you say, Traveler? Are you interested in the job? Thank you. It really means a lot to me. Come on, friend. Let me give you a big warm hug.
Bad touch. Bad touch. I think we've made it to work.
So all that's left for us to find is a director and an assistant.
Oh, me! I want to be the director's assistant. All we need to do is help the director, right? I can handle that.
All right, then all we need is a director. Oh, all the well-known directors in Fontaine are probably also busy working on their own films these days. I'm not sure who will have time to help.
Oh, Farina helped out a theater troupe recently by serving as an artistic consultant. She could be a good director, right? Besides, it's not like she has anything else to do right now.
Oh, burn, Paimon, burn.
Farina? Do you really think Lady Farina would be willing to help us with our humble project?
Isn't that the name of Fontaine's Hydro Archon? My brother has already informed me about what happened here in Fontaine.
Yep, that's her. She helped out a theater troupe not too long ago, and now she's taking up work as a director.
Well,
I saw that musical. Her performance was perfect, and the storyboards were also excellent. Don't let her former identity intimidate you. She's the best candidate we can think of right now. You'll never know until you give her a shot.
Fine. You're right, Shiori. I'll do anything for the sake of my film. Anything! Then I'll have to ask the Traveler and Paimon to show me the way to Lady Farina's residence. I just hope she'll agree to help.
Do you need us to also come along?
No, there's no need to trouble you with this. Besides, you've just arrived in Fontaine, and I'm sure there are many places you would like to visit. Just leave this task to me. It's part of my duties as the producer.
Very well. Then we'll be waiting to hear the good news.
Paimon and Traveler keep kidnapping Farina to work.
You might want to consider bringing a gift.
And don't worry, we won't simply drop you off at Farina's place. We know Farina pretty well by now, so having some familiar faces there should help your chances. Besides, the whole thing was our idea in the first place.
All right, then I'll start making preparations. As for the gift...
A gift for someone who was once seen as the Hydro Archon. I wonder what she would like.
Sweets.
I recall that Lady Farina once fancied a clockwork ring, so perhaps I should get another exquisite clockwork contraption for her.
Huh? Can't we just bring some desserts, like the Fontanellia mousse?
But wouldn't that be a little too cheap? She does like desserts, though.
Isn't the Fontanellia festival happening right now? I heard Abel tell us on the Aquabus that Farina introduced the tradition of going door to door and asking for sweets. To do something like that, she must have a real sweet tooth.
I agree with Yoimiya. If the gift is too fancy, it might actually make her feel more uncomfortable.
Alright then, let's go buy some Fontanellia mousse.
But will that really be enough? We'll be asking her to do a lot of work, you know.
You're right. We need to further sweeten the deal.
Huh? You want something even sweeter than Fontanellia mousse?
Yes, we'll need a gift that's sweeter than any dessert in the world.
But what could that be?
Cocaine.
Your words of praise.
You go ahead. No need. Oh, I hope Farina will like the gifts.
Looking forward to the good news.
Okay, it looks like Una's finally ready, so...
Sure, Lynette stays away from the dish racks.
think I'll be stopping Genshin here and going over to play games with her. No. Don't we get